Let's take you, for example, and me, and we both pull up and we go to your girl. Odds are I'm gonna take that. If you compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle. So the next time you think that your girl's on lock, I got the keys to the castle, motherfucker.
In today's day and age, with so much fluidity going on and so many interpretations of it, it is hard for a lot of people to pin down exactly what it means to be a man. A lot of people have insecurities that are being preyed on by different grifters on the internet on a day-to-day basis. A lot of depictions, a lot of criticizing, a lot of chastising. It's just tough to really decide. Because of that, this has created a plethora of avenues in order for people to take advantage of you or anybody that's unsuspecting and that's questioning themselves in 2024. They claim to have the solution to make you achieve what you need that you are missing in your life in order to take that next step from becoming boys to men. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you men's improvement camps.
No junk food, no women, no parties, and no alcohol. This place banned everything that is not making men grow. It's an exclusive venue hidden in the mountains of Bali that is perfect for the guys who want a place to focus 100% on their goals without distractions. Hundreds of successful businessmen, top-tier athletes, and self-development enthusiasts have already joined the community and completely changed their lives. But not anyone can join. To enter, you need to submit an application to prove that you are dedicated enough to be a part of the community. Would you come here?
Now, I don't know if you could tell based off of the AI voice, this is totally meant to be satire. Thinking that there's a camp that supposedly can make you into some sort of man or more masculine than the next man, hold you accountable, feed you all the good foods, and put you in front of businessmen that can grow you. It's make-believe. Like, nobody would ever believe that something like this really exists, right?
Who wants it? Who wants it? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hurry up. Keep moving. Hurry the up. Project is a 75-hour experience that's mentally and emotionally tough. You've got to trust the process.
Get out of your head. Focus on one evolution at a time.
Oh. This is real. This is the Modern Day Night Project. This is a $12,000 camp that's 75 hours is supposed to make somebody become more masculine or something like that. I don't know. It's day camp for men. What they claim on their website is your family deserves the best version of you as a leader, husband, and father. And apparently you can get that at their camp for the low price of $12,000. Many men are secretly fighting a battle within them that no one knows about. I know this personally because I was one of those men. Oh my God. This is tough.
If you paying $18,000 for a 3-day alpha male boot camp, brother, it might be over. Let's actually think about this shit. You're paying $18,000 for 3 days. It takes you 10 weeks to build a habit. What the hell is 3 days gonna do? There is a reason why every branch in the military, except the Air Force, has at least a 10-week basic so they can ingrain the habits in you. I just don't know why people can't be themselves. You're spending $18,000 to try to be this alpha male. I just feel like if you go into an alpha male boot camp, you're trying to be something that you're not. And if you be yourself, you'll probably be way happier.
I'm gonna be serious for a little second here. I think men do have a lot of problems in today's society. They're seeking some sort of purpose. And if you look at all the statistics behind male loneliness, males needing some sort of relationships, them getting into intimate relationships later, homeownership later, not finding anything that fulfills them, I think that these are real situations and issues that men face on a day-to-day basis. And I think if you look at the way that society looks at men and men's mental health, there's some cause to pause here. I don't necessarily disagree with what he was saying that men are fighting a battle inside themselves. And truth be told, it's finding out who you are really in society instead of being someone else, but that may be another conversation for another day. I believe that all these things are true. The problem is, I don't think that you can pay $12,000 camps and feel like you're gonna come out as some sort of man.
After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at these studies done on this, it does not
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not
bro.
hugely improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck
Bro,
you are?
Why
Well,
don't
look
you
at,
even
are
let
you
me
proud?
get-
If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off
I've been-
and tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of yourself.
I've been to fucking prison?
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits. you
No,
guys.
they go to prison where they get fucking,
Fuck yeah,
where
they
get
do.
raped up the ass.
You've never been to prison. Look,
That's
he's talking
what
about shit you
happens.
don't know.
They go to prison where they get
let's
raped.
do
Now you
this.
get your ass
Hold on,
beat in
hold on,
front of
You think that
everybody.
that's better?
Guys,
You think that that's better?
See, I think the problem with a lot of these guys from these spaces is that they try to prey on the lowest common denominator people that have funds, not necessarily endless, but definitely are trying to find some way to take some upward mobility in life. These guys have real insecurities, have real depression, and fight real battles inside themselves. And these guys know I can tap into those pockets and get what I want out of you. And not to make this a gender thing, but I think that these men have way more insecurities than a lot of women these days. One of the main problems is that they're consuming disgusting content. When you lack guidance, you start to look for different places and spaces that might validate some of your already warped beliefs. And that leads you to these content creators who are trying to sell you a product. They disguise it as good content and peddle you bullshit on top of it just to say that you gain something out of it by buying their course or whatever the case may be. Or you got content creators who are just playing on insecurities, and that can be even nastier.
How many inches does my junk need to be considered a man?
Minimum 7 inches, bro.
What do I do if I have a small?
Listen, bro. First, you need to accept that you have a small. Anything under 7 inches, your is small. You need to start training it. You need to start taking the proper supplements. You need to start exercising it. You need to be training your junk, bro, so you can make it bigger.
I've never in my life heard another man tell another man to train their dick in order to become a better man. Maybe I can give him some leeway. Maybe he's talking about the insecurities that men do have when it comes to penile size based off of social media. And even though there are women on a daily basis that come out and say that they don't prefer people over a certain size.
What's been the smallest?
Like 2 or 3 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like, some girls will appreciate it, and you know, it's about how you work it, not the size of it. You know? It's coming from a porn star.
So maybe if that's the message, I can get it. I can get it. That can be the only thing bad about this guy's content, right?
How many do you think a man needs to make to be happy?
To be significantly happy, 8 figures plus. I'm not there quite yet, but once you start making at least 7 figures, you will see like your life starts to change. You have the freedom to go wherever you want, pay your parents' bills, them have an enjoyable life, and still do whatever you want to do. But I think you're gonna experience true financial freedom once you start to make at least $10 million a year or up.
Oh. The problem with these sorts of content creators is that they found a way to fill a need in society. If you can look at all those statistics behind the plight of the man today and create some sort of idea or some sort of solution to them, you can feed it to them via content. And so then you go out and you jack yourself up, you get your fake veneer, you put on your H&M turtleneck and you stand in front of the Eiffel Tower with the last bit of money that you had and you edit things so your chain looks more glistening, and you have the nerve to tell everyday people that the only way that you'll achieve some sort of happiness is once you receive 8 figures, and then they have the nerve to say, yo, I'm not even there yet. So if you're not there yet, I guess that you're not truly happy, which is a stupid ideology to really be putting out there. At least like sell the fact that you're happy. I don't know, but it's all in a way to sell a product. What's crazy is these guys are themselves creating a problem that only their product, quote unquote, can solve. Not only did people looking into their content already have underlying insecurities, now their insecurities are pushed to the highest degree. Sure, you may have felt like your body didn't look the best. Now this person is telling you that your body needs to look even better. Sure, you may have felt like you were making good money, but now you need to make way more money. That is an outrageous amount of money that he told people that they need to make in order to experience happiness. I don't even know why anybody would listen to a person like this. All these content creators that start their content with "you need" and "if you're not" are terrible people. These aren't real therapists. These aren't real counselors. These aren't really helping people. These are instilling insecurities. And I hate that I'm gonna get a comment section filled with, I don't know, man, Fresh and Fit really helped me out, or such and such really helped me out. That 1 out of a million story for somebody that's probably already on the path doesn't really move me in the direction of saying that this person is a positive person, especially if I am somebody who is already what I deem to be successful, or somebody that I already deem to be somewhat happy or on the path to happiness. Now I have to move my bar even higher because some bozo on the internet told me that the bar that I originally had doesn't really mean happiness at all. This is no different than what the fashion industry used to do back in the day, like the early 2000s, where they would put those abnormal pictures of the human body up there and call it fashion models and stuff like that, and had a bunch of young ladies insecure about their body. And then we seen a crisis go across America where people were experiencing things like bulimia and anorexia, and we couldn't figure out why. Well, we knew why. The people that were advertising in front of them were painting the picture as to what sexy was, what attractive was. And now we're seeing in real time when the media paints the picture for you that's not realistic, people chase those things to an unhealthy extent. It's happening on the men's side just like it happened on the women's side. A lot of people would say that this content has some sort of place on the internet, and I would probably agree at some point in time. Trust me, I think that a lot of people do need guidance or just opinions that may be able to help their life. I take cooking advice online, take clothing advice online, take financial advice online too, stuff that makes sense within the bounds of what I can control. However, people can only regurgitate these talking points so many times before they have to up the ante like any other one-upping culture. So when FitX Fearless gets people to call into his Instagram, he finds a whole new way to take things to another level.
6 feet, 270 right now.
270?
Well, my numbers are high in the gym.
Karis, you just take your shirt off. Let's see what you look like, and then you can put it back on. A bit. Your stomach is hanging past your belly button. Look at your stomach. Let your body go. A bit round. Bro, look at your physique. Bro, your body is pretty bad. Yeah. We got a whole lot of work to do.
People used to praise Kevin Samuels for doing this, and I thought this was the stupidest content as well. While some of these things may have affected these people's dating lives or how much money they may make, their physical appearance or whatever the case may be, ultimately what I found in my real life is that people have personal issues, mental issues, personality issues that hinder them from dating. A lot of the time, it has nothing to do with the physical attraction. You can find a good person being ugly, but a lot of times these people tend to focus on the physical and the material that a lot of people, men, can produce, and this is where the problem lies.
5'10", how much do you weigh?
Uh-oh. I weigh about,
to what?
Depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat fucker. So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, where minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick.
I mean, the delivery is terrible. Even the idea that the first portion of what they talk about is the physical is also terrible. Somebody may come with a weak argument in my comment section saying, oh, well, you know, Omar, the physical is the first thing that somebody sees. It sounds like that's the only thing they ever talk about, though, is the physical appearance, the physical appearance, the physical appearance. Never anything about how you can contribute to society, have intellectual conversations. Are you a kind person? Any of the personal things about you that may be able to help you in those regards. Things that'll have you building long-lasting, meaningful, and valuable relationships outside of just, hey, I'm physically attractive, you're physically attractive, let's hook up, and end up in these situations that a lot of these rappers, ball players, and all these other people that get taken advantage are in. You know, something more substantial.
If you're making anything under $50,000 a month, you're not a man. I'm sorry, life starts at $50,000 a month. At $50,000 a month, you can afford to do whatever you want. Everything isn't so much about penny pinching. And now you can take care of your family. Let's keep it a buck. The reason why a lot of guys complain about life is so hard and I got this many kids is because you can't afford it. How much government assistance are you getting with that 1 or 2 child that you got? And then you complaining about life is so hard. Yeah, bro, you could have 10 kids if you can afford it. You're just poor. It's okay.
In one instance, he goes from $50,000 a month, which is $600,000 a year, to $10 million a year. This is the grift that I'm talking about. It's one-upping culture on top of one-upping culture. You go from the looks, the material, and that's all they ever talk about. And then you have men going out there sacrificing their late teens, their early 20s, or even their 30s, where they could be building longing, meaningful, lasting relationships in the pursuit of money. And they go out there and they chase the physical to never really obtain it, because there might be 0.001% of people that make 10 million a year. And then once they never obtain it, they look back and say, man, I did all this for money. Sometimes it was illegal and I didn't get there and nothing to show for it.
How to make your first 100,000. Guys, being a successful man, part of that is making good money, right? And this is exactly what you need to do. Number one, you have to first ask yourself, how can you solve people's problems? That's all money comes down to, solving people's problems. On a larger scale, the more people's problems you can solve, you don't have to ever worry about money. I'm helping you become better with women, become, a higher value guy, doing the self-improvement. I can help men on a larger scale. You need to figure out what you're a master at or what you can become a master at so you can solve people's problems. Then once you do that, you need to build authority. You need to give value for the next 2 to 3 years until you build your name up. And by that time,
you've been making good money.
Man, if I would have known it was that easy, I would have been making good money a long time ago. Look, we've seen on this channel time and time again where people go down these rabbit holes chasing this materialistic way of finding success, and they ultimately never achieve it, only to find out in due time that the person selling success was really selling a whole lie. I think a lot of the time these people get preyed on because they want to uplift their lives. And I think that in today's society, it's no secret. People do want better. You're always yearning for things that you don't have. The way the economy is set up right now, the way that social media is set up right now, people are always going to yearn for more. But as you grow older, as you mature, you'll realize that you didn't need these superficial things. I hope it's not costing people money to find out these things, signing up for these courses and participating in all these things, especially when there are ways that you can become a better man for free. I think the biggest piece of malarkey and what it takes to be blank, whether it be man or women, is that it can be sold by somebody online as a content creator. I've seen courses and classes about how to become a man, how to become a woman, how to become a better husband, how to become a better wife, and all of them come with inserting credit card numbers, hitting pay, and receiving some sort of ebook that should just be filled with, hey, I got you for your pockets, you dumbass. I see them go to these camps, I see them go to these events, sit in somebody's house that they pay for, and listen to them give superficial advice like, if you wish it, you can want it, you can do it. I know everybody's trying to find some sort of fulfillment in life, but honestly, I don't think that you can pay for fulfillment. There is no cheat code to life. And honestly, it's crazy that everybody understands that when it applies to everything else, but when it applies to themselves, they never get that message. There is no shortcut. It's hard work, it's sacrifice, it's coming to better conclusions on a day-to-day basis based off of your past actions, and it's not repeating cycles. Everything else that they're trying to pitch you and sell you online is just gobbledygook. And hopefully we can get to a place in a space where men are not as gullible as to where they're buying things from people who they're just funding by buying some weak-ass course. God, it's the scummiest shit in the world.